Job number one for Jennifer Petrie and her staff. What question? The answer to the question of whether or not there will be some anxiety that goes along with this kind of environment. San Diego has played in hostile territory on previous occasions, so they expect that they would be able to handle it well. Sandra Lozic, the 5'9" junior from Serbia. Their outside hitters are sub 6-footers, and that's why, as you talked about, they will rely on a little unorthodox approach to scoring.
Yeah, it's a very interesting offense because they have ball control players, 5'9" players on the left side. Most college programs would think you're crazy to try to build a system around that. Small and also not effective with their offense. Neither of them are hitting over 180, but what they do to compensate is they get good ball control from those two players and then a lot more offense from the other side, and that ball just crossed the net, and the point, of course, was awarded to University of San Diego.
Good swing from Malaysia Brown, the 6'2" junior right side from Fresno. Juan Arantes finds Paul Miller, and then in the middle to Cecilia Hall, the 6'3" sophomore from Sweden.
And while San Diego may have some interesting wrinkles as an offensive team, as a defensive team, they tend to spread their blockers out. A great place to attack them is in the middle of the court, and Nebraska did just that.
Huskers stick to the more traditional 5-1 to run their offense. Kelsey Robinson missed it wide, point San Diego.
Kelsey Robinson getting a little impatient there. The other real strength for University of San Diego is how great a defense they play. You've got to expect to have to take a third, a fourth, maybe a fifth or a sixth swing to win these long rallies. Robinson there getting a little too impatient, trying to end it too quickly.
Hunter Jennings, the sophomore from Southern California, on the serve, and Nebraska responds with the point.
So you can immediately see that Nebraska, when they have the pass, a good pass, they want to attack in the middle of the court. They're getting a lot of one-on-one swings. Expect a lot of that unless San Diego changes their blocking system.
This is a group that John Cook, when we talked earlier in the week, said they're young and they're naive, and that may not be a bad thing in a big game like this. Haggerty is the only one that has been in this kind of environment this late in the NCAA tournament.
As you mentioned, what a huge changeover from the previous season. Kelsey Robinson doing a nice job of coming inside to get the tip up and then ready to hit a set that keeps her on the inside, tipping it over the block.
She has developed as the leader of this group, plays with a real competitive fire. And Robinson will just play it over. Free ball now for San Diego. And the stuff, solo block over on that right side by Paul Miller.
Already you can see Nebraska, they are committing two blockers to the offense that goes out to this, out behind the setter, and they're letting San Diego try to beat them one-on-one. And San Diego unable to do it so far. But they're going to try to force San Diego's outside hitters, who are not so efficient, their left side hitters, to win this game.
That kill by Haggerty, 6'3". Nebraska, 4 unanswered, now 5 in a row for the Huskers on the Lyle serve.
And that might be an even better answer to a good offense that runs behind the setter, is serve and ace. Now you can see San Diego making some adjustments, pinching over and taking space away. Another poor pass, and that's what San Diego needs from that position from Taylor Hollins and crew. But now they move Taylor Hollins up and out of the passing rotation and expose a different series.
Trying to get her a little coverage.
Wow, lots of good serving from Nebraska.
Hollins through the block, but dug up in the back by Ralston, and now Robinson finds the corner. Point Huskers after Katie Ralston dug it up.
And after she puts this away, watch the smile she gives her team. That strong smile, and that's something they need with all of these youngsters on the court.
Good start for the Huskers at home in the opening set of the Sweet 16. 9-3 Nebraska with the lead over San Diego early in the first set, and a hot start for the Huskers and Kelsey Robinson.
And boy, has she carried this team, leading it in digging like that and attacking like that. It's very rare for a player to have that kind of all-around ability, but she's also being a great leader. Not an easy thing to do if it's only your first and only year with this program.
3 years at Tennessee, where she was racking up SEC Player of the Year honors, and now in her only season at Nebraska, a Big Ten Player of the Year trophy added to the case, and an opportunity to play for a national championship this year with the Huskers. There she is at the net, looking for a touch. It goes wide.
And boy, you could see two Nebraska blockers all over that slide behind the setter. They're just daring San Diego to set to their left side, leaving one-on-one situations. Nebraska doing a great job of serving, too, giving lots of trouble to San Diego.
Robinson will get another swing and gets it down. No answer thus far for the Toreros. Petrie thought it was wide. And now K-Rob back to serve.
She has both a jump spin and a float. There comes the float, trying to hit a knuckleball.
Led the team in aces during the season. That pass shanked wide, point San Diego. And that's good for the Toreros to get it out of Robinson's hands.
Yep, and we're seeing the Toreros in their modified 5-1. So Gianna Bonomi plays in the backcourt, and then in the front court across the net, who comes in for her, but number 8, Rachel Alvey, who just made that nice set.
They essentially let the shorter player, Bonomi, serve out of the back, and Alvey at 5'8", serve up front.
Yeah, you bring in the 5'8" for better blocking. So you're not going with your absolute best setter the whole time, but you're making some major upgrade in the blocking department. 5'8" instead of 5'5" height-wise.
Alexa Etheridge on to serve, freshman out of Lee's Summit, Missouri. And that overpass was effective for the point.
Yeah, Coach Cook not happy about that one. Some communication error in that they didn't clarify their blocking responsibilities. Should have been an easy play for Nebraska. And now the modified 5-1 switches back out. One setter, Alvey, goes out. Bonomi, the other, comes into play in the backcourt, starting with this tough serve.
Had an older sister that plays volleyball. Her mom also was a volleyball player in college. Out of the back row, Robinson. Bonomi digging it up. Lozic. And popped over on 2-point Nebraska. Holmiller, the other Tennessee transfer.
And she has been very effective with her offense. She's hitting over 300 herself. So Nebraska wants, with this young group, they want her to carry a little of the offensive load as a setter, as she did there.
Off the block, point San Diego. Chloe Ferrari, the senior from Clovis, California, the best hitter in Torero history. She's going to have a big night for them here against the Huskers.
Yeah, and the Huskers left her a little uncovered that play, a little broken blocking assignment.
Hall gets the kill. Here's some other scores from the Sweet 16. Wow, Purdue at Illinois up 2-zip, and Stanford leading Minnesota 2-zip. One set away from a Stanford-Penn State regional final.
But anything could happen there. Those two wins, 28-26 and 25-23, can't get any closer. I could easily see Minnesota extending that match.
Winner of that one would get Penn State tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock in Lexington. The winner of the Purdue-Illinois match would play Wisconsin in Champaign tomorrow evening for a spot in the national semis. Brown tried to put it down. Juan Orentis bumps it out wide to one of the Rolfsons. Sliding behind Ferrari, good D.
That's what they want to run. That's that double quick offense, and expect it to come at them again. Right behind and in front. Oh, what nice help from number 5, Amber Rolfson. Great read. Watch, 2 blockers all over this mostly Rolfson. That's great wing blocker help.
Waiting right there on Alasia Brown. 15-7 Huskers. And now Katie Rolfson, the 6'3" freshman twins from Papillion, Nebraska. San Diego looking for a touch on the swing from Hollins, and they get it.
And another nice trademark for San Diego is just when the ball comes up, any one of them can put it up high and close to the net. They got a really good swing that time from Alasia Brown, who's not, that's not her specialty, and yet they all can do a nice job getting them good swings in transition.
Nebraska on the swing from Rolfson. Justine Wangarantes, the freshman out of Cypress, California, with Coach Cook signaling to her what zone to serve it into, and another big block for Nebraska.
This is what we would call, I guess, a woman-on-woman defense. You had a middle, number 20 here, jumping with one, and the other one, number 23 on your screen, Kelsey Robinson, all over the other hitter. Nicely executed by Haggerty and by Robinson.
3 zip blocks for the Huskers here in the first, and through Robinson's hands for the kill, Alasia Brown. All West Coast Conference first teamer will head over to the bench, and Hunter Jennings back on to serve. Toreros have benefited from being real healthy and a lot of experience. They've had the same starting lineup this season in every match save for one. They're all upper class out there most of the time, trying to tap into that in hostile territory tonight. Out of the back row, Rolfson, net violation, San Diego.
So far, I'm impressed with Nebraska's ability to stay diligent the whole play. It seems like they're very acclimated and ready for San Diego to get dig after dig, long rallies. Nebraska, all hitters are ready to go. They got a nice swing that time out of the back row from their 4th hitter.
You saw the signal from Cook. They are still trying to serve it at Taylor Hollins as much as possible, but Hollins responds with a kill.
Returning for the Huskers, Amber Rolfson.
Point San Diego. In a 17-match win streak, they've only lost 7 sets during that stretch. Down in the first to Nebraska. Cross court to Robinson, gets another kill. That's her 5th.
Yeah, if you don't get your hands over the net quickly, you got no chance to block that.